What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another LEGO YouTube video. As many of you already know, last week LEGO came out with the 18 plus LEGO Super Mario Piranha Plant set, and that got me thinking. I wanted to go ahead and rank all of the kind of expert slash 18 plus LEGO Super Mario sets, as each one is unique in its own right, and I thought it'd be cool to give my opinion on every single one of them. Just before we start off the ranking though, price and pieces have no effect on this list. It is based solely off of my favorite of the four that they've released. And at the number 4 spot is the newly released LEGO Piranha Plant. I don't have anything against this set. It's just all of the other LEGO Super Mario sets are so much better, and it's kind of unfair to rank this with those because of how cheap it is compared to those. But for what you do get for, I think it's $60, you get a lot of detail inside of this. I really like the pipe, and the actual Piranha Plant looks so accurate to the source material. I really like how they were able to accomplish this. There's a lot of posability too. You can move the leaves around as well, and it's a very well put together set, and it actually doesn't take you too long to build it. You can also move the head up and down, and there are printed pieces for the Piranha Plant. There are no stickers inside of this, and of course you can open and close the Piranha Plant's mouth, which is great for display, and then you can also take the Piranha Plant out of the pipe. So if you wanted to, you could display them both separately. So it's nice that they give you that option, and here is a closer look at the actual pipe. Looks really good, though it is a bit simple, but I still really like it, and it's very easy to slide the Piranha Plant back into the pipe. It just slides in there. There's also a hidden play feature with this where it kind of acts like a piggy bank. You push down a tile, and then these printed coin pieces come out, which is really nice. And overall, I really like the set. You can easily put the coins back in the Piranha Plant. It's a great set. Just the other LEGO Super Mario sets are so much better because they have more pieces, and therefore there's a lot more detail and playability in those. But this is still a great set, and definitely the most affordable out of the Super Mario Expert line. And then at the number 3 spot is actually the most expensive out of the 4 expert style LEGO Super Mario sets, and it is the Mighty Bowser, and it's composed of 2 main parts, the first of which we will look at is the actual stand for this. And the stand takes up a decent amount of the piece count, but it is still pretty cool. You can slide out this to have it compatible with the Super Mario Play Scale sets. And I also really like the stand, how they have all of these like greebling elements towards the side of it, and there's a very textured base that Bowser sits on. I really like the kind of red carpet signifying this Bowser's castle kind of look, and it looks very menacing. There are pillars on each side of the stand with printed Bowser logos on them, which look really nice. And there's something special about the left column. It is actually able to be knocked over just like this, which is really cool. And here it is again in slow motion, very dramatic. And as you can see, it sits on top of a POW block, which is kind of why this is able to fall over. But here's one final look at the stand. It's great, but I feel like everybody buys this set for Bowser, not the stand. The stand is just a nice added bonus, but Bowser does not disappoint whatsoever. I think they nailed his design. The feet and legs look really nice, and they use some very interesting building techniques. The claws are also good, and there is so much posability with this set as well as detail too. I like all of the kind of bracelets he has on, as well as the choker towards his neck. It looks really great, and it's probably one of the most accurate Super Mario sets ever. It just looks so menacing, and I think they just nailed the details on this. It's easily one of my favorite LEGO sets. The back of Bowser is also very detailed. We have his tail here, and then one of my favorite parts to build in this set that was very unique was building that shell, and it looks so good. They were able to accomplish so many details with this set. It's an amazing set, but it's number 3 because the other 2 LEGO Super Mario sets are even better than this. Like seriously, the 18 plus Super Mario sets are some of the best LEGO has released, but anyway, back to Bowser, what stands out is the posability of this. It's kind of like a puppet. You're able to move around his arms. There's 2 joints on each arm, so you can really pose it a lot. You can move his hands, and then there's also this one brick that's sticking out of here, and if you push that in, you are able to move Bowser's head around, which looks really cool, and I love all of the playability with this set. If you move this Technic pin, you are actually able to open Bowser's mouth, which kind of plays into the puppet aspect of it, but another play feature with this is he launches a fireball, which I'll show off later, but you can kind of make him talk, which is really cool. You can make him kind of like scream if you like hold the thing out longer like this, so a lot of playability right there. And then here is the fireball that he launches anytime you open his mouth, which is really cool. Also, towards the top of his face, you can move around his eyebrows so you can have different face expressions, so he kind of looks worried there, and then you can, of course, have the classic kind of menacing Bowser look. You can also move his eyes around too, so he kind of looks a bit dizzy right now, so there's just so much posability with this, which I really like. You can also move his fingers around too, and his tail is able to move up and down. There's two parts that are actually posable, which is really nice, and if you lift up Bowser, what's cool is it gives off this jumping effect, which is really impressive. It's quite a challenging build to accomplish all of those posabilities. It's got a lot of Lego Technic in it, but it is a very rewarding build, and I think the final product speaks for itself. It looks amazing. However, the only reason why it is so low is because the other two Lego Super Mario sets are just masterpieces, and this one is still good, but not at that level. And at the number 2 spot, we actually have the very first Lego Super Mario set that I bought, and it is, of course, the Super Mario 64 question mark block. First off, the question mark block is probably one of the most recognizable parts of the Lego Super Mario universe, and just the Mario universe in general, too. So if they had only released it like this with no play features, it still would have been one of my favorites. But a nice added bonus with this is that the question mark block is actually hollow, and there's several features inside of it. You can open up this to show Bowser, and if you push down on this panel, you are actually able to open up another secret panel, which is supposed to resemble the final boss in Super Mario 64, and you can throw Bowser off like you do in the actual game. It's a very simple area, but it does still look really nice, and I do like the play feature that they have, and it's very easy to hide this so you can have a better display piece. And then I also thought I would show off the very tiny Bowser figure. You don't get a minifigure, unfortunately, but the buildable figure still looks really nice. And then here is the Lego Mario, which is just made up of 3 pieces, but it does still look great. And like you saw earlier, it is not just the question mark block, you can also open it up to get a look at some of the worlds inside of Super Mario 64, and it's able to open up like this. It works very seamlessly and very well done. It's actually not that challenging to build too. It was very impressive on the designer's end, but the first of the 4 worlds that are included, or should I say levels, is Peach's Castle / the kind of hub world that we have here, and this is probably one of my favorites out of the 4 that they do include. It's very detailed on the back of Peach's Castle. You can see Yoshi as a little reference to Mario 64, and you can also see inside of the castle too, and there's some printed elements right here signifying some of the paintings that you jump through. Probably my favorite out of the levels included is Bob-omb Battlefield, which is the very first level that you play through in Super Mario 64, and they got so much right here. There's so many details and Easter eggs to the different stars you collect. I especially like the King Bob-omb and the Chain Chomp printed pieces. Next we have Cool Mountain, which also looks really nice. You can see the baby penguin at the top for that 1 star you have to get where you have to reunite it with its mom at the bottom. And there's tons of other references to the different stars inside of that level. I think they did a fantastic job getting all the details, especially at this scale. And then you're also able to lift this up to get a peek inside of one of the levels where you slide down the mountain, which was one of my favorite levels in Cool Mountain. And then the next level is, of course, Lethal Lava Land, and this one also looks great. It's got a printed Bowser panel. It's got some of the enemies like the bully inside of there, and I really like this. I think what I especially like are all the printed pieces and the playability. You're able to rotate the volcano just like in the actual level, and there's so many other Easter eggs that I can't really show off because it's very hard to get the camera in there, but it is just amazing how much detail they have put into this set. It's also very simple to put the levels back inside of the question mark block, and this allows you to kind of display it 2 different ways. I prefer the other way, but there is also an option to have it closed up. And here is a better look at how it opens. You can see this is the back of the question mark block. The panel kind of slides out to allow for this to come out from the inside. Here is it in action as we close it. So very unique design here, and this has to be one of the best LEGO sets released, period. Even aside from the Mario sets, it's one of the best LEGO sets in my opinion. But let's go ahead and get into the number one pick. And then my favorite LEGO Super Mario set that they have released is actually the first one that they did, the NES/Nintendo Entertainment System. You just get so much out of this set, and it has one of the most unique play features out of any LEGO set ever released, and it is so impressive how they get it accomplished, and you just get so much with this set. The first thing we'll look at is the actual NES console, which looks really accurate. It does have a lot of printed elements on it, which I really appreciate. There's not too many stickers inside of this LEGO set, only the cartridge and some on the TV, but towards the side you're able to see some of the cables and some of the outlets on the actual console. This side is kind of plain, but it does still look really cool, and there's actually a reference to 1-2 on the right side of the NES console, which looks really nice. It's kind of built at that micro scale, and you can also lift this up to get a look inside of the console where you can actually fit the cartridge that they include, and that's able to slide in just like that, and it is very easy to remove it too. You just push down and the cartridge ejects itself. You can also plug in the controller to one of the two slots included, and the actual controller looks really nice. All of these are printed pieces, and it's a really nice build. It's almost the same size as an actual NES controller too, which is a nice added touch. But the main attraction here with this set is the actual TV included, and you can see there's several 1x1 plates kind of detailing the TV. There's the sticker piece right here, and then you can see the Mario level, and then there are all of the control panels to the right side of the TV, and you can actually turn this dial, which is really nice. So there's some playability here as well, and then towards the back of the TV, it also looks really detailed too. This is one of the sticker elements with the kind of specs of the TV. You're able to see some more outlets and some cables, and then we have the big kind of antenna at the top, which is able to move up and down. And you can remove the TV from its stand, as they are two separate builds, and I really like this. It's very simple. It kind of elevates the TV on display. The main play feature of this set and what makes it my favorite involves this cranking feature, and what you were able to do, this is so unique, you can actually play through the Mario level, and it is so fun to build this, and just all the printed tiles on it really make it one of the best LEGO sets ever released. And what's even cooler is if you have the Super Mario figure, you can actually connect it and it plays music from 1-1. So 10 out of 10 LEGO set. The detail in it is amazing. It's a great display set, but what I love about these sets is they also double as good play sets too. There's tons of play features out there, and this has one of the most unique ones we've ever seen in a LEGO set to date. It would be very hard for LEGO to release a Mario set that is better than this, but I feel like the sky's the limit. LEGO never ceases to impress me, so I'm sure they could top it one day, but for now, that is my favorite, and that is the end of my ranking. So definitely let me know down in the comments what your favorite 18+ LEGO Super Mario set is, and do you agree with my ranking, and what would you change? But that is all for today. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I appreciate all of y'all tuning in. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel here, as I'm going to try and post more videos every single week. So stay tuned for that. But that is all for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.